Happy day, everybody. Now, this video will be an update on XRP or no XRP. I mean, mention one or two things about other altcoins or Bitcoin, but our primary focus will be XRP. Now, it is true, we got hit big time, and it's no joke. Everybody holding XRP, we went through a lot. We are going through a lot of things. Okay, but do you know what? It's part of the game in the market. Okay, it happens all of a sudden. Nobody saw this coming. All right, but it's fine. So what do we expect moving forward? Okay, I will just like you to see things from my perspective. Okay, and no, I want to show you my perspective rather, so you can position yourself. Some people have been calling me, what do I do with my XRP? Should I sell? Should I hold? Honestly speaking, I have to be sincere with you. It's such a dicey um, scenario, and we can just hope for the best moving forward. So, welcome to this update session. So, let me show you something from the monthly time frame on XRP. Okay, now you see we do not have much price action as such on the monthly time frame, but I really want you to consider something from this point here. This on Binance is the lowest point XRP has ever touched, the 1 cent region. And this, of course, recently is not the all-time high, but it's a local high around this place. This was the highest point we got to. That was last month, and we saw a candle. In fact, it has this next bearish candle has totally eradicated whatever impulsive movement or push to the upside that we saw. All right, so completely from about 66 cent or so, now we came as low as 21 cent. Now, fine. Now, I want you to see this from a larger, from a larger time frame perspective. Okay, and let me say something. When market becomes this irrational, when things become chubby and whole, you don't begin to look at candlesticks on lower time frame. No. Now, whatever plan we had, we have some counts before everything has been trashed. Okay, so our solace will be to go and check on higher time frames. What do we have there? And on higher time frame, I've shown you that okay, this could be the beginning of a movement, right? And this could be the end. Now, the first thing I want you to see is that, of course, there's a key level around there, okay, which is functioning as support right now. No, it was functioning as resistance at the point. It was the violation of this level that led to this upsurge. Okay, but now we are back around this region, and this region is very important for us. So on the monthly, we see that this is actually an important level. But beyond that, I want you to take note of this. We have a trend line here, right? On the monthly, this was a downtrend which got violated, but I think this will be best seen on the weekly. Hold on, please. Let me check on the weekly. Yes, I think we had better check this on the weekly. Yes, for perfection. Now, from bodies, from this point here, okay, we had a nice touch around this place. Let me, okay, like this, from body to this week and to this week's, and of course, the violation. Are you seeing what I'm saying at all? So eventually we violated this downtrend and bam, we thought, oh, more. See, it's so fortunate that this is happening. I am having a lot of XRP I'm holding. A lot of people, have XRP they are holding and all, but this is not part of, it's part of the investment portfolio really. But look at this now. We had violated this level. We had not come for a test, and I was not expecting this retest to come in this manner. See, nobody would have thought this could happen in a day. Nobody would have thought that. But see, we violated this, boom, and here we are. Let me take a pause and tell you some things fundamental, because of course this has become the talk of the day. You see it all over Twitter. People have been discussing the issue of the lawsuit against XRP. First, let me explain. Let me give you my perspective to all this drama that is happening. Okay, so you can follow SEC News, Security Exchange Commission. You can follow them on Twitter. Now, one thing, there are certain things I want you to take note of when it comes to SEC, Security Exchange Commission. They have their jurisdiction. They have, just like a court, like they say, a court of competent jurisdiction. It means there's scope, there's a boundary to how much you can wield the influence of your power and the likes. So the SEC we're talking about is based in the US, okay? And their jurisdiction, of course, is solely in the US, and it's okay in the US. Okay, let me say that. So it means SEC may not have anything to hold on you unless you have certain things you're operating, or certain services, or let me say not certain services. If what you're dealing with is termed or found out to be a security, of course there are criteria to that. Okay, whether or not this is utility or this is a security and the likes. Okay, so there are different categories to this thing. So the long story is, if the coin or the project you offer has anything like security in it, you have some obligations to perform, to the United States through this agency, SEC. Now, I've taken my time I went through their website. Where is it? I went through their website. I downloaded some of their, security act of 1933, the likes, and you don't need all those actually. All right, but this is okay. Investor.gov, US Securities and Exchange Commission. Okay, I saw this and I read through some things here. Security Act of 1933. Now there are things I want you to look at. This Security Exchange Commission, they have two major objectives, right? These are their objectives, their basic objectives. Number one, they require that investors receive financial and other significant information concerning securities being offered for public sale. So it means nothing just go. You can't just come out in the US and say, okay, blah, blah, blah. You want to sell some shares to people, some stocks, and nobody knows anything about your company. This is an agency put in place by the government of the US, at least to safeguard the manner with which people go about investment, selling of public sales of maybe shares and the likes. That's the first objective. Another one is to prohibit deceit, misrepresentations, and other fraud in the sale of security. Don't forget again, in the sale of securities. Okay, so in as much as what you offer falls under the category of security, you have some obligations, and the SEC, Security Exchange Commission, has some hold over you. All right, now, and the purpose of registration and, blah, 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 you may not need all those things now. Now, in general, now I want you to pay attention to this. In general, securities sold in the US must be registered. Are you seeing the context now? It means if we have citizens in the US that patronize you, it means you're actually answerable to us. I mean, SEC. Now, the registration forms companies file provide essential facts while minimizing the burden and expense of complying with the law. In general, registration forms call for, number one, a description of the company's properties and business. They want to know what you offer, what kind of service you offer. Now, and again, a description of the security to be offered for sale, information about the management of the company, and financial statements certified by independent accountant. So it means at the end of the month, there are certain things you have to supply the SEC to keep track of the happenings in your company. See, on one hand, what SEC are doing is profound, and it's something that a responsible government agency will do. No doubt about that. But the question here is, and the thing being debated, the lawsuit is premised on the fact that is XRP a security or just a utility token? I think you get it now. So if XRP eventually is found to fall, if they win the case, if SEC wins the case against XRP and they say, okay, it falls under, security. So it means, and SEC said they found out that XRP has been doing certain things that are against the provisions of SEC. Are you getting it now? So they may be fined, they may be compelled to do some things. Are you getting it now? But one thing is, whether or not XRP wins this lawsuit, whether or not, something is very profound. The USA, through SEC, cannot totally override the operations of Ripple, by extension now XRP. I want you to understand this thing very well. So it means XRP can still exist as utility, as seen in other continents or other countries of the world, but USA is saying no. As for us, in fact, as of today, you can Google it. There are certain countries that accept XRP and they see it as utility. It means they say no, it is non-security. Okay, we don't have problem with that. But USA is coming out to do this now. A lot of news are flying around about exchanges, the listing XRP and the likes. Now, I believe, I have not seen most of these exchanges, but I do believe that if there's any exchange that is delisting XRP as at now, the exchange must be based or probably has a branch in the US. Do you know their fear? If SEC eventually wins this lawsuit, these exchanges, probably they are not big exchanges, they are afraid they may be sanctioned. Are you getting the point now? They may be asked to pay some amount of money. That is why you see some people playing the safe game that no, we don't have anything to do with XRP again. Oh, no, we are suspending your trading, But if you check out, find out, probably most of these guys are based in the US. It's possible. Now, and I want to let me read some statements of fact to you. Major exchanges trading XRP are not even based in the US. Okay. Do you know that Binance, our dear Binance, at TMTI, of course, our first crypto exchange is Binance. We have others, we trust them, but we cannot vouch for exchanges that we have not used or get committed to for years. So Binance is not based in the US. See, there's another trading platform which Binance provides for people in the US. And that is a decentralized, there's Binance centralized exchange, there's Binance decentralized exchange. All right. So Binance is not based in the US. Bitstamp is not based in the US. OKEX too. OKEX is not based in the US also. I think one of the big exchange, we can call them big, one of the big crypto exchanges that is based in the US is Coinbase. All right. And see, Coinbase as at now, I've not seen any news from Coinbase. Okay. If I'm wrong, let me see. I don't know if by now. Let's see if Coinbase is saying anything about the listing or not. This Coinbase exchange. Okay. I've not seen any tweets or any news credited to Coinbase saying they want to delist, blah, blah, blah. All right. So I'm just saying this to say that, or we may need to calm down first for a moment. All right. These exchanges that, okay, I'm still talking about the fundamentals. Okay. I'll get back to the technical. All right. But one thing is, we're not saying we should not pay attention to fundamentals. Of course, what affected XRP this much was due to fundamentals. Okay, the moment the news of this lawsuit came out and everything began to move north. Now, but one thing is, we need to understand why we are doing things. We don't just take news on Twitter or read this and begin to fret and all. We should be careful and we should pay attention to how much what is happening to our money and the likes. But fundamentally, see, as a trader, you need to read up some things. Okay, read out why is SEC? Why are they after Ripple? Have they committed any fraud? It's important for us to know. Okay, now, and I've explained to you now, if these exchanges, most of them are not even based in the US, it means whatever lawsuit, whatever the case is with the aftermath of this lawsuit, it may or it may not, well, that's my opinion, it may not affect XRP in some other countries apart from the US. All right, do you understand? Because they have no business to say, what do you know how much money exchanges are making trading a coin like XRP? On coin market cap is about the fourth, sometimes the third largest, cryptocurrency all over the world. Do you think these exchanges, they are stupid or they are not as smart to now say because they had a rumor, hey, they don't want to have anything to do with XRP anymore? XRP is not just a coin that you can just put anyhow. I'm not saying this thing will not affect us. It has affected us, but I'm just being logical about it. Okay, it is not possible for exchange if they are not restrained or it is mandated for them. You will not hear them say, all of a sudden we are not trading XRP again, because they are making money. Transaction fee, everything on XRP, the third biggest cryptocurrency in the world. All right. So that is said. If some of these exchanges are not constrained, of course, their legal team, if it gets to the point, this lawsuit of a thing is not something that will be, I'm not sure this thing will be over in the next 2 days or 3 days or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. This thing can take months. Are you getting the point? Lawsuit takes time. It takes time for them. It's not just that they just go to court today, my lord, may I XRP, these cheese, it's not like CCLN and I'm just joking. Okay, so this lawsuit will take time. Most times it takes time. It can even span a year. It's possible. So during that time, you now think XRP will, or all these exchanges before then they'll say we don't want to trade it again. No, maybe they are going to have another think about it. Now that said, okay, now I've explained that what XRP is doing is being debated. What their service is all about is being debated, whether or not it falls under security or it's just utility. It is this is the bone of contention right now. All right. And I've shown you everything about not everything, the things I've been able to look up today on SEC, and I will still continue to, if there's anything beyond today, that's how we keep ourselves updated. Probably there's a news coming out, probably there's something that someone is saying. Let me see, Brad Garlinghouse. Let me see, XRP guy, the CEO of Ripple. How do I, sorry, a moment, please. It's Ripple. Okay. At Ripple, I'm looking for, okay, this Brad Garlinghouse is Andu. I'm not sure. I'm not even following this guy. Okay, now look at what he said. He said today this SEC voted to attack crypto. Chairman Jay Clayton, in his final act, is picking winners and trying to limit US innovation in the crypto industry to BTC and ETH. Are you getting this? Did you see any connection between what Brad Garlinghouse is saying and what I just said? He's saying that they are trying to restrict they are trying to limit US innovation in crypto. US innovation, US, can you see the context? All right, now look at, we know crypto and blockchain technologies aren't going anywhere. We know crypto and blockchain technologies aren't going anywhere. People ask and will continue to use XRP because it is the best digital asset for payment, speed, cost, scalability, and energy efficiency. It's traded on 200 plus exchanges globally and will continue to thrive. The SEC, out of step with other G20 countries and the rest of the US government, should not be able to cherry pick what innovation looks like, especially when their decision directly benefits China. Make no mistake, we are ready to fight and win. This battle is just beginning, okay? All right, so that's what Brad Garlinghouse is saying. He said they are going to fight this, and of course they are going to fight it in the court of law. Now, That is that about the fundamentals. So can we now go back to technical? Now we had this okay, massive violation. This was the beginning of the impulsive. I mean, the crazy move to the upside started from here, and we violated a key level, and at the same time, a downtrend line was violated. Now, news came out, a lot of things happened, and we are back here. Now, can you see how important my wonderful friends have called me, Savior Peter, part of, people that, I value those people. Their money, my brother called me, said, "Oh, my money is going. What should I do?" Honestly speaking, that kind of time, I couldn't have said sell or buy or something. We just have to look at these things objectively. All right. I know it's hot. You are all hot. I am hot also. But moving forward, what are our chances? All right. Now, this is a trend line. It's got violated. Now, we can call this a retest, right? That's the first thing. And this key level also on the weekly, see, I just hope that we can close above or inside this key level on the weekly time frame. That would have been a great sign of encouragement for everyone. Do you understand? I mean, what if we can just close above? It would amount to violation rate test. That's just it. So there may be other factors that contributed to this movement, but technical analysis will still be technical analysis. So we dumped fundamentally, and technical analysis is giving us some structures. Now we have about 3 days and 9 hours to go for the weekly time frame to close. Now, another thing that interests me is if we should take that, this was where we started from. If we should take a Fibonacci retracement from the very, low here to the height here to the highest point here, the week to week. Can you see this region? Can you see another confluence around this region? It's 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level. So it tells you that this region is very important. Sorry, what did I just do? This region is very important, okay? Now, not just this region, it will be good for us if we can see a close inside, if those supports on the weekly odds. Okay, that's just it. It will be awesome. It will be great. In fact, I will look to buy in more for my long-term holding if this works out, if this holds. Right, this is a massive candle to the downside. But is all hope lost? No. So if somebody asks me, should I sell now? I don't think you if you were asking the question, should you sell when we, violated this level? It should have been nice. Let's check the daily time frame, for instance. Look at it. This level ought to, in fact, this was what I was checking before. I was looking at this level to hold. When we bounced off this level before and we came back down. I was hoping this will hold. Now I have some spot trade. I was in a long position at this point, and I put my stop loss a bit under, I think around this level, 399. So yes, I got stopped out. Okay, I got stopped out. That was loss, right? But I still have some liquidity at least. My investment is still intact. It's not something I couldn't have sold. I didn't know it was going to happen this way. So I'm still holding those ones. But now, if you were asking, should you sell here? Because it would have made sense because you could buy back around this region or here right now. But you didn't sell at this point. Now, selling at this point with the explanation I have given, just look at it and consider, you have been trained, of course, at TMTI. Do you think it makes sense to sell now? Or better still, why don't you wait for this final hope we're expecting? Let's wait for what happens on the closure of this weekly candle, okay, that we just mentioned not too long. Okay, this has done quite well. We violated, we are retesting, and we have 78.6 Fibonacci retracement level as a conference at that point. All right. XRP is not one shit coin out there. In my opinion, it is not. So what if 100% this movement now corrected to this point 78.6? Now please put you can draw these key levels on your chart. Let us wait and see how this plays out. I'm still positive on XRP. In fact, I'm hopeful that it works out. I have a lot of coins I'm holding in XRP. Okay, but we have another chance to even buy more. That is, if you want to anyway. But I am thinking I will have to wait for this. Now, it is possible we begin to see retracement now, we begin to fight our way back to this level. Do you understand? What I'm saying is that my hope is that XRP will start reversing from here. Don't mind all those people saying XRP is going to zero. Yes, I'm not saying not anything is possible in this market, right? But for me, this unless this fails to hold, unless, like as I explained on the weekly and all, if this gets violated again and we begin to see closure under this place, I will have to change my bias. But without that, I am very positive. I'm very positive that if we can see that weekly close that is solid, I am positive we begin to grind our way backward. Now, this is the time for us to put our money where our faith is regarding this market. All right. I hope I have been able to do justice to this. I've been able to at least share my opinion with you, both fundamentally and technically. All right. If we begin to see stability around this region, and in the next 2 days or so, we can see a closure um, that 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 shows us that this key level is holding. That would be nice. I'll be super glad. So I'll be entering long here, okay, in addition to my holdings. And if we start reversing, it's just a matter of time. We are going to make money, the kind of money we're going to even make more than we've lost, right? But don't just be hopeful, okay? Watch and pray. Okay, we are watching this level. Okay, but you can see the reason why I'm not just hopeful. You can see that technically we have confluences. Let me know if this video helped you. All right. Let me know if you actually learned one or two things, or if it helps your bias and your conviction the more. Thank you very much, everybody, and do have a wonderful day.